Good afternoon, everyone. This is Craig in Final Control, and welcome to our PM Safari time. And nice cloudy afternoon here at Jimma Game Reserve. We have Patrick and Sebastian who are out in the reserve at the moment. They've just left FC, and we'll be crossing over to them in the next few minutes. So stay tuned, and we should be live on the PM Safari in a very short while.
Hello and welcome to Wildlife Safari from Jimma Game Reserve in South Africa. My name is Patrick and I'll be presenting and guiding this afternoon. Sebastian Romy behind the camera and Craig Kennedy in Final Control. And very beautiful afternoon, very pleasant temperature, and we'll see what we can find for you. So please join us and enjoy the game live. Okay, let's go out and have a look around. So the plan for this afternoon, we're going to try and follow up on the cheetahs from this morning that was seen heading north along Triple M towards Gowrie Gate, and we went to try and relocate. We couldn't find them, and apparently the hyenas have chased them away, but we did check Impala plains and all the way to Sandy Pitch. Didn't have any luck, so I'm just gonna quickly check Impala plains and see if there's any movement or any tracks, and we'll take it from there. Fresh elephant tracks here, heading down that way. It's possibly the big elephant bull that we saw of Triple M this morning. And he is in mast, quite relaxed specimen elephant bull. When we left him this morning, he was slowly feeding and making his way towards Impala Plain. This is Impala Plains. And no sign of the cheetahs. No tracks either. This is called Impala Plains because there's often a herd of impalas hanging. It's nice and open to be able to detect any approaching danger. Especially at night. You often find that the variety of end up species in large open areas of quarantines and Impala Plains and the for them to make. There's no sign of those cheetahs on Triple M either. We're gonna make our way to the south towards Philemon's cut line and possibly head down towards Treehouse Dam, Twin Dams, Chalapan, and see what we can find in that part of the world this afternoon. Kudu bulls. He is just over a year old. Maybe about 50 or 60 months old, thereabout. Just going to go a little bit forward. Two kudu bulls here. And the other bull is relatively older than the other young one. Now, I'm just going to stay here. They're going to walk right across the road in front of us. Kudu crossing the road. Okay. They're moving deep into the thick bushes. So we can leave them to it and continue. Oi. What giraffe, Malum?
England.
Google. Ah, okay. Dia nyame orang cum. Maria dia nyame nyale. Oh, emang ni wako. Oh, Induna, okay. Each day, man. Okay. Okay, no worries. Copy anything crack radars cracking very badly. I suppose it's 0 away. There is one set of Leopard tracks on Zeris Road and heading north. And the Ephraim is busy following up on the tracks. So we could have driven on top of the tracks here. As we came along Zeris Road and we didn't see any tracks. Possibly Gorilla, because 2 days ago she crossed over into the private property called Hoffman's, south of Gowrie Main Road. It's nice to have you back on Western Gowrie. Elephant. sniffing us of his versatile trunk. It's just amazing how the elephant manipulates the trunks. Especially the large elephant bulls with very thick trunks, like the guy that we saw this morning had a very, very broad trunk and also very, very impressive tusks. But the way he manipulates it, and it's incredible and amazing, because he will twist it around the grass and the branches, break it and eat. Oh, look at that, he's scratching his back against the broken branch of the marula tree. He's trying to get rid of the irritating parasites in the process. Just gonna follow him for a little while, and there might be some other individual elephant bulls that are breeding here further down the road. It's very unusual for a young elephant bull like this and to be on his own. I'm pretty sure that there are some other elephants in the vicinity. It's moving the other way. I won't be able to follow him for any longer. Station one young Madod and Lovu on Shibama Road, close to Famous Cutline Junction. You can hear the roost shouting in the background. Maybe the shouting it is. Or there's something, or possibly a predator moving through in that area. Lyrics are very, very alert, yeah. So to see predator moving through, and they will go Buzak. Yeah, they're going on and on and on, the lures. They're trying to alert the other animals that may be in the area to be aware of the danger in the vicinity. Maybe we should go around that side and have a look. So maybe lucky for the predator, you never know. Come back for these elephants. This is a very, very old road. So we only drive these two trucks when there is something in this particular area, but other than that, we hardly drive it. The lorry is still shouting in the bushes here to our right. You can see one of the lorries sitting right on top of a tree there. They tend to sit in the very, very tall trees just to have a decent look out for any approaching danger. what they are alarming for. Yeah. What kind of a raptor is that? This is a very small raptor. Maybe one of the large goshawks or sparrowhawks. Yellow beak. It's grey on its back, yellow beak, but I can't see the front part of it as it's looking away from us. Possibly a Gabra goshawk or a duck chanting goshawk. And then love is coming this way. Now we know why the lures were going mad. Where are your friends, Mr. Young Elephant? Please don't throw sand at us. I'm going to leave it forward, Seb. Hello. How are you doing? The trumpeting was very impressive. He was getting a little bit aggressive towards us. Okay. Well, let's take a closer look at him. He's approaching the marula tree, so he might feed him on the marula fruits. just walking past the marula tree, so I'm gonna leave him in peace. He's walking into the sun, so I'm not gonna have a decent view of him. Unless we drive in reverse. With the sun behind us, and we might have a better view, but I'm gonna leave him to himself. The lurists are still not happy about the raptor sitting in a tree across the road. It is relatively far from the lurists, but we are very, very concerned about him. The raptors do prey upon the other birds, francolins, doves, I name them. But sitting in a dead tree like that, and it's obviously exposing itself to the birds and around in the area, so I don't think he's targeting anything really. Or he could be targeting the lizards moving around in the grass, but not the other birds. But if we can get the opportunity, then we will definitely go for a bird, but not at the moment. Especially in the treehouse dam. Especially in the treehouse dam. Let me get something there. Okay, cover that. Thanks very much, Grab. Let's put an ingo there. The last pounds of steam, has it? Hello, down in the dip. How's it, meneer? And evidently there is a leopard lying down in the dip here below the dam wall, so just gonna try our best and see if we can have a good view of him. But apparently oh yeah, I can also see him there.
It's well spotted from where they spotted it, eh?
Yeah,
Gram spotted.
I think so. Can you climb down, Sep, and go and wake him up? Apparently this is Induna. He has a kill just further downstream. And he obviously came to drink water here and chill out in some shade below the dam wall. He'll obviously return to the kill a little bit later. Apparently, as I said, there's not much left on the carcass, and then we're going to go and see how much meat is left on the carcass. You just go a little bit forward, yes, sir. So he's lying down in a very, very awkward position, so it's not easy for both of us, and including the camera, to see him.
You want to do?
Go forward a bit. What do you think? If that's fine, and I'm
You
happy.
have a nice visual there. It's good.
Let's go try and go a little bit forward, and so Graham is on the other side of the dam wall, and it's obviously a space for one vehicle at a time. From here and see, just gonna see the spots and the ears sticking out. There we go, that's better. This is the best that Seb can do for now. He's panting heavily. This is obviously very well fed, and it's also very hot this afternoon. So he's regulating the temperature within the body and trying to digest the food at the same time. When cats are full, when they tend to pant heavily. Because they eat as much as they can, and they actually gorge themselves, and all the meat is sitting on the diaphragm, and then they battle to breathe. The digestive system is very, very effective. Jennifer, good afternoon to you. Jennifer is inquiring if it is a desire for the boys to mate, or let the mother gorilla push them out of the territory. So generally speaking, Jennifer, it's not a desire to mate. So the leopard has to reach a certain age to be able to mate with the females. And male leopards usually start mating at the age of about 4 years. Females around 3 years to 4 years. So the boys are just over 2 years old, so they've got another 2 years to go before they can actually start moving around and looking for females to mate, and even establishing their own territory. So at the moment they are still moving in and out of the mom's territory because they haven't yet established their own territories. And I'm sure Karula also knows about the presence of the boys within the territory because they do send marks in time. I've seen Induna urinating in the bushes and also sniffing on the ground just to determine whether his mom or the brother has also been in the area, so that they do leave scent as a communication to each other. Maybe in the age of about 3 years or almost 4 years, and Karula will put her foot down to push them out of the territory completely. But having said that, they will still come back maybe once every year or once every 2 years or so. They may come back into the mom's territory or just pass through the mom's territory and just to say hello to the mom and move out of Karula's territory. But generally the male leopard established the territory far from the mom's territory. It's not unlike the females that usually establish their territories that relatively close to the mom's territories. And the whole reason of doing that is to avoid the inbreeding. So I'm quite sure that Induna will also establish the territories far from Karula's territories and also far from their sister's territory. And I also think that Yambile Udan, their father, will help Karula to push these guys out of the territory just before they become fully matured or reach their prime. Or the other male leopard that may come in and take over from Yambile Udan will also push them out. So it will be very interesting to see what will happen in the next year or two or so. So we're just going to keep observing and see what will happen. You can see Graham's cook is pulling out, and we're going to go and take his position. So we will have a better view of him. I'm just going to wait for him to leave, and I'm going to go around the other side. With the leopard sighting like this, we try and move one vehicle at a time, especially when the leopard is lying down like this and it's not doing anything, it's not mobile. So it is very important to minimize the noise of the vehicles moving around. Just move one vehicle at a time. So he's gone, so we can start the Ganda and go around the other side of the dam wall. the web in front of us. I'm not going to destroy its web. Lie down, my boy. Just gonna stay here for now. Okay, let's hear from you whose this is. I said Induna earlier because I've been told that it's Induna. There's 3 spots, or 3 and 4 on each side. And some people say that Induna spots patterns are the same as Yambili Udon. Yambili Udon has a heart-shaped spots on his forehead, as his name implies. Yambili Udon. Yambili, it's a Shangon word for a heart. There we go, it's getting up. Come here, boy. And also looking at the tip of his tail. Is the Induna. So he might possibly be making his way back to their kill. Let's see if it's not too wet here. It's a bit wet. I'm gonna give it a go. It's lying down there. The boys are getting bigger and bigger almost every day. Look at the size of his neck in comparison to his mother, gorilla. It's a very big difference. Okay, you might lie down until the temperature settles down and it's going to make his way to the kill. Apparently it's not too far away from the dam itself. It's just a couple of 100 meters downstream. I'm not too sure what he actually killed. Leopards hunt anything from the impala, nyala, bushbuck, and the variety of the smaller antelope species that occur in this area. When they are desperate for food, they will also go for small things such as birds, tortoises, even insects and fish out of their smaller water holes. These leopards are very opportunistic cats. Even in impala or deer or any other antelopes, and comes by here and then you might get up and give it a go. Lions are also opportunistic cats. So they kill whatever comes on their way, especially if it's an easy target, like an unhealthy animal or a wounded animal, sick animals. That's why they get sick sometimes from eating diseased animals like buffaloes. And kudus, giraffes also have anthrax. Absolutely gorgeous cat here. He's constantly yawning, so he might get mobile soon. It's yawning again. He's trying to get more oxygen in his muscles in the lungs to get him going. It's just amazing how cats actually prepare themselves before they get mobile. Just like humans and cars, and so you have to check oil, petrol, water and everything just to make sure everything's fine before you jump in and drive. That's why they also yawn constantly to get more oxygen. There he goes, licking, having a nice stretch. Sitting up and snarling the other vehicle. Just look at the black markings behind his ears. And they use those markings, and the white on the tail tip as a communication and following mechanism. You can't see the white tail tip on this particular male leopard because he has lost it. Possibly from the hyenas a long time ago. And it obviously held up nicely here. There we go. Stretch. Stunning creature there. His stomach is hanging down almost like a balloon, yeah? It's nice and rounder. Stunning sighting, yeah? This is really awesome. Aja. Kira man. The kill is right in the red tree, in front of. There we go. He's climbing up in the tree now. Just gonna wait for him to settle down, and I'm gonna move a little bit forward. Very powerful cat here. It's going to start feeding now. Not much left. Obviously, just the neck, the legs, maybe a little bit of meat in the ribs. And the head is gone. I can't see the head there. There we go. This is, and he's repositioning the kill. This is fabulous, and it was actually quite an effort for him to climb the tree there with a full stomach. Yeah. So he climbed up the halfway and was badly to go further. This is classic, yeah. Absolutely magical. So welcome to Wall F Safari. My name is Patrick, presenting. Sebastian Rumby behind the camera. So where else in the world can you see a young male leopard feeding on impala kill up in a marula tree like this? And this is absolutely classic. You can see the hyena coming in. Wow. It's right on the base of the tree, the hyena now. So the leopard and the kill is out of reach of the hyena. And that's why the leopards intend to host the kills in the trees, just to keep it away from the hyenas. And they usually hoist the kills in about 5 meters off the ground, which is, there is no way that the hyena can be able to reach the kill and take it away from the leopard. This is not the perfect position of the leopard to host the kill. I suppose and he had no option, and just looking around at the other trees and in the area here, this is the better tree for him to tuck the kill up into it. he's completely unconcerned about the hyena's presence, because he's 110, 120% safe up in the tree there. The hyenas are not capable of climbing trees. There's another hyena also coming in. It's not even looking at the hyenas on the ground. He's staying his own thing up in a tree there, licking the skin of the impala just to make it softer, to have a nice bite on it. I can hear the hyenas crunching on the bones on at the base of a tree. No, he wouldn't necessarily drop the pieces of the bones or the legs on the ground for the hyenas to eat. It may happen accidental, where the leopard sometimes will drop the pieces of bones or the whole carcass. Sometimes I've seen these boars when they were still too young, dropping the whole carcass on the ground, and the hyenas obviously take it away. Abs. Da move us so the take like sure. Okay. Yeah, the hyenas are busy moving around there. Just looking for the pieces of bones that the leopard is accidentally dropping. they will obviously stick around here for a while and hoping that the leopard will drop the whole carcass on the ground for them. Around the other side of the tree. From the other side. Good there. And Sharon is inquiring about the flippy ear, if she's still around, and has she given to the cubs yet, and are they doing fine? I haven't actually seen flippy ear for a while, Sharon, just to be honest with you, and I can't even remember when last I saw flippy ear on Western Gowrie. So the last time I saw a flippy ear, she was at Gowrie Dam with another individual hyena, and she was obviously heavily pregnant and due to give birth. So we've been looking around at the different dens where they've been denning previous years, and we haven't actually found anything. So it's very difficult for me to say if she's still around and how she's doing, that sort of thing. And only time will tell when she shows up with the new cubs or 2 months old cubs, whatever. Hi Ruth, and Ruth would also like to know if the leopard will come down while the hyenas are moving around at the base of the tree. I don't think so. I don't think he will come down while the hyenas are moving around at the base of the tree, but if they are further away from the tree, then he will definitely come down. So it basically it depends on the distance. So if the too close like they are at the moment, and he wouldn't venture climbing down the tree, I'm sure he could have learned a very good lesson from the hyenas for having his tail hanging too close to the ground, where he lost the tip of his tail from the hyenas. I'm sure everyone is really enjoying this as much as Sebastian and I are. Hi Cindy, what a very interesting question from you. And Cindy's also asking the hyenas that have just come out from nowhere, and how do they know about the kill in a tree in this area. Hyenas have a very strong sense of smell. So they can pick up the smell of a kill or the carcass from a very long distance, especially when the wind is blowing in the favor. And they could have also had the leopard crunching on the bones up in a tree there, and then they came to investigate. There's no vultures activities in the area, and no eagles like battaliers or tawny eagles that may signal to the hyenas about the kill in the area. So I'm pretty sure that they've either heard the leopard feeding on the carcass, or picked up the smell of the carcass on the tree. And if you look at the status of the carcass, and it's obviously old. It's probably about 2 days old or 3 days old. So it is very easy for a smell to spread around, and the hyenas are able to pick it up. I didn't quite get that correctly. Static. See, Marlon is also inquiring about the softness and the toughest, the hardest of the leopard's fur compared to the domesticated home. Leopard's fur, it's very, very soft. Compared to hyena's fur. I think it is pretty much the same softness. To a domestic cat, let's just remember that the domestic cats at home, the owners do polish them, they look after them very, very well, and so it might be more softer than the leopard's fur for that matter, but it is pretty much the same softness. Okay, thanks, Graham. Leopard is asking about the size of gorilla, how much he weighs and how tall he is. Weight-wise, I would guess that he weighs probably about, sorry, not gorilla, Induna. He will be about 50, 52, 53 kilograms and about 50 centimeters tall. Leopard is also asking if the leopard will eat until it's full or will eat until there's nothing left in the carcass. He will eat till he's full. When he's full, then he will stop eating and lie down, digest his food, make more space for food, and then he will eat again. If obviously, I mean, if he wants to eat until there's nothing left in crackers, he might not have enough space to accommodate the food. So the leopards basically, as I said earlier, they eat as much as they can, and they're too full, or they gorge themselves and they'll lie down, digest the food as quickly as they can, and then go back and eat again. So they have a routine basically. Jennifer would like to know if I know how big the impala was. Not too sure, Jennifer. It's very difficult to guess, especially when there's not much left in the carcass like this. But looking at the size of the legs and the footprints, and it was not a very big impala. So it could have been a 2-year-old female impala, possibly, or 2.5-year female impala. Just going to give it another 2 minutes, and there are a couple of vehicles wanting to come in here and have a look before dark. And we are also losing the light slowly. So the night is about to fall. You won't be here by tonight. He's finishing it. Awesome sighting. Can't ask more than this. really stunning. By hyenas. The hyenas stink, eh? Wow. They must have been slipping the drainage line the whole afternoon, because this morning around 8:30 Graham Cook came and had a look, and then the leopard was not there. So I think he went to drink water at the dam and just lie down in the long grass down below the dam wall. Getting dark very quickly now. So missed the stunning sunset this afternoon again. So tomorrow is another day in the paradise. It's time to say goodbye to all of you. And so it's me walking around and looking for the piece of the bones that the leopard is dropping. And yeah, just a very big thank you to all of you. And you've been watching Wildlife Safari from Juma Game Reserve in South Africa. My name is Patrick. Seb is behind a camera and Craig back in final control. And from me, Pat, and the rest of the crew, I'll be saying goodbye, and we'll see you again in the morning. Bye for now.